What is up, everybody? I am trying to go incognito today. If you're on YouTube, you can see that. If you're on the audio version,
Yeah, look at
just
that.
trying to, I just don't want anyone to know that I'm here.
Well,
So,
I kind of get the feeling like we're going to be getting something that's like top secret. Like, like,
yeah.
yeah, like,
So, guys, I'll tell you what, today's episode of the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast, don't look around. Make sure no one else is listening because this is exactly what Jeff said. It is totally top secret. So, guys, we got a great episode for you. Hang in there. We'll be right back. So the big question is this: how are tennis players like us who never played in the tour, weren't incredible juniors, or maybe got a late start to the game, how do we consistently compete at our highest skill level without having to grind through endless hours of on-court practice time and still be in the hunt for victory match after match? That is the question, and Gold Ball Hunting gives you the answers by helping you eliminate your skill level range so that you build a strong foundation of confidence. My name is Brent Abel, and along with my biz partner Jeff Jacklich, welcome to Gold Ball Hunting. Jeffrey, there you are. Okay, I see you. All
ah,
right.
Brent Abel. Who was that? That was just in the room, man. I don't know who that was. I couldn't recognize him.
Yeah, me neither, man. I couldn't see anyway, so I don't know what I was looking at.
Did did he deliver the contraband?
Yeah, what was the great Cheech and Chong thing? Uh, God, who was the guy they did? Dave. No, man, Dave's not here.
That's
Did you
right.
remember that one?
That's right.
Come on, man. I am Dave. I got the stuff, man. I got the stuff. Sorry, man. Dave's not here. This is Dave, man. I got the stuff. Open up. No, Dave's not here.
Dave's not here.
All right. So anyway, this is not the comedy hour. This is the Gold Ball Hunting Podcast, episode number, 260. What are we at here? 262.
Holy smokes.
Every day for the last 262 days, Jeffrey. We are we are delivering the goods. And today's topic, guys, is yesterday Jeff brought up a great topic about routines and warming up the volley. And today he's going to dive a little bit deeper on it, on something that's really kind of cool. Before we get into that, what is today? Today's Wednesday, right, Jeff? Today's Wednesday, the 2nd of October.
Yeah.
And look,
I'm in
guys,
Texas.
you're in Texas.
Yeah.
Well, if anyone knows, if they look in the background, they can see you're not in Texas, that we actually recorded this a couple of days before you were in Texas. We're just trying to, I don't know what we're trying to do. But anyway, before we get into today's topic, we got a couple of cool things for you. Number one, we got a free coaching call. Still, just three of us. It's free. It's private. And all you got to do is bring that one thing in your game right now that you are struggling with, that you knew if you could figure that one thing out, could be the one thing that sort of makes all the other little minor little glitches kind
Yeah.
of irrelevant. And we want to help put you on that path to get the result you want. Whether it's singles or doubles. Could be stroke technique, could be tactic strategies, could be the physical part of the game. Or it could be the mental part of the game. That's always kind of something everyone ought to be working on anyway.
Something sneaky going on in there, you know?
Yeah, well, anyway, what is that you?
Yeah. Let me make that.
What is
I'll
that?
take care of that right now. There we go.
There you go.
My Pop Tart's ready.
Oh, I
Okay.
see. The way to get on that call, go over to goldballhunting.com, drop in the first name and email address, and you will get immediate access to our online calendar scheduler where you can cherry pick a date and time that works best for you. The other thing is today's Wednesday. Tomorrow I am ending my kind of a flash sale, 4-day flash sale on the All Lessons package I've got over at webtennis.com.
Yeah.
Where,
Deal of the century.
well, at least the century. I don't know. Did they have the
At
internet
least.
back like 200 years ago? Because if they did,
No. Well, yeah, it was called the Pony Express.
okay, then it was the deal of the Pony Express. Um, the All Lessons package, just to show love by me for you guys showing love to me. And you're getting $200 off the thing. So just click the link and you'll get all the information about what's going on there. But the thing does expire tomorrow night. Thursday, October 3rd, 11 p.m. Pacific. So don't dawdle.
Get on it.
Don't be a procrastinator. Right? Do it. Click it. If you don't love it, tell me. And I'll go, you got to be kidding me. That's the Tom Stowe stuff right there. Dude, that's 10 gold balls, singles and doubles. What is it you don't love about it? All right, fine. Here's your money. Okay, anyway. So, all right, guys, today, a little wacky in the afternoon when we do these recordings. I mean, the mornings were just crystal clear and boom, to the point.
Yeah.
Afternoons were a little scattered, Jeff.
Get a little nutty.
Yeah.
Well, this is, I mean, like you said, I'm not in Texas. I am in Texas right now, but we're recording this not in Texas.
That's right.
I'm still in Michigan, and this is my last day. So I am like, every minute is moving something, touching something, talking something, hearing something. I mean, it's just moving. So
right.
yeah, if I seem a little, wacky,
so be it. So be it. Well, speaking of wacky, tell me about this kind of routine that you're doing. When you're warming up for singles or doubles. Yesterday we kind of talked about the reality of let's not get on top of the net so that you can spike the volley straight down, because you never get there anyway. And if you do get there in a match, do you think the guy might not lob? Oh, that's right. When you spin the racket, M or W, what do you want? W. All right, you can serve, but you can't lob. So I'm going to get all over the net.
Right.
I don't think that's a rule.
I don't think it's a rule. No, I don't think so. I've never seen that in the fine print when I
All right, so yesterday we talked about, how Jeff loves to, when his warm up in the volley routine, is to stand back, like on the service line for a few balls, even a few feet behind, just to kind of check out, what is this guy bringing? It's a brand new opponent. I mean, lots of opponents you already know. You kind of know what they're going to bring. But a lot, if you got a brand new guy, you don't know what kind of pace he's got. Trying to feel the ball. You're trying to feel, what's he got? Has he got some topper? Is he going to float it? What's he going to do?
Right.
Maybe the forehand's a little bit different than the backhand. Who knows? But so what else? What else, Jeff, do you kind of do up there as part of your routine when you're warming up your volley in a match?
I like to, I want to feel the ball in the strings. I want to capture the ball. I want to feel like I'm pocketing the ball, pocketing the ball on the strings, where it feels like I'm really grabbing it and then like sending it.
Oh, so you're saying you're not punching?
No. There's no punching in the volley. Not in my volley, anyway. I know there's no punching in your volley. And anybody else out there, you might want to change the terminology.
I was just kind of
anyway. That's a whole other episode, man. Don't get me started on that. Okay. So in that process, hitting volleys from, let's say halfway between the net and the service line, maybe a little closer sometimes, just as an initial warm up, I do that first. And then what I do is I like to back out to about the service line and hit 15, 20 volleys from there. At each place that I decide I want to feel the ball from there, I also want to know, where am I sending it across the net? Because I want to know that today I am building the feel and working on the feel of landing that ball. Where's the landing strip? And for me, that landing strip is about 2 to 3 feet inside the baseline. And so those are two different feels, from halfway between the service line and the net and at the service line and back behind it. Those are two different feels, because the ball's carrying a different kind of speed. It's lower, maybe. It's a whole different animal in those two different locations. So I like to make sure that every day I know what that feel is to send the ball to that location, because every day is a little different. The opponent's different. But I know a lot of players don't even give it a second thought that they're going to spend most of the time, like we talked about yesterday, hitting more volleys just outside the service line and on the service line than they are any other volley.
That's just the reality of it. That's right.
That's the reality of it. And so you might want to have a feel for, what does it feel like to send the ball literally an extra 10 feet of flight time to get it to land there? Because when you're up tight, it's just bang and it's bang. And the problem with that is you're not actually feeling the ball. You're just popping it down. And those are great when you get them.
Well, look, you just said something about that most of the volleys you get are, around the service line or maybe a hair behind it. And that, you're not saying that's where we want you to camp out for the ideal volley position.
No.
But the reality is when you are transitioning, where you're either back in the baseline to start because you're serving, you're receiving, and if you want to join your partner in doubles up at net, at some point you're probably going to have to play a transitional volley. Might be even deeper in the court, right?
Right.
Singles the
definitely.
same thing. Singles the exact same thing. And look, even if you're let's say that you're the server's partner, and the serve goes in and you get yourself into the ideal volley position. Let's call it for discussion purposes, just right there in the middle of the service box, right? There's a lot of variables where you might be a little bit closer or whatever. But then the return goes back to your partner. Well, look, I mean, you've actually got to back up a little bit to kind of shade just in case, worst case, your partner can't handle that ball and it goes to the opponent in front of them. Do you want to be tight in the net with? No. You'd like to be able to defend a little bit.
Right.
So,
well, you've created such a huge gap between you and your partner. That cross-court ball down, up into that gap behind you, is just it's undefensible.
That's right. Look, and to your point about you like to sort of have a target, right? You're trying to feel that 2 or 3 foot landing strip over there, which is what I used to do, and I got this from Dennis Ralston. I don't know, maybe 3 or 4 years ago. I was down in Austin, Texas, visiting my friend Tony Dawson down there, and Dennis is down in Austin as well. And he was nice enough, so we went out and we worked out, and he looked at my first volley, and I remember that I missed the first volley, and he said, "Well, what's your target?" I said, "Well, it's about 2 to 3 feet over there, that little landing area." And he said, "Well, you're looking through the net when you transition. You're not tall enough to be able to look over the net." So he said, "Your only target is what's the height over the top of the net you want." I said,
"Right.
All right, okay." And he says, if you figure out the right height over the top of the net, that's going to equate consistently to that 2 to 3 feet landing strip. So for me, what I'm doing now when I warm up, I'm really, and I'm close to the net, right? So for me, it's like such a tangible target because it's so close. So I'm sort of gauging today, what's that height over the top of the net? And the gauging is because, like you said before, well, the guy might have a dip. He might be doing this. He might be doing something different. It's a different feeling how you receive it. And so for me now, the target is, and I'm not saying that this is the only one, but for you, what works, Jeff, is a target over there, a spot in the court.
Right. Especially from that deep in the court. For me, what works is to kind of, I kind of ignore the net because I want to drive the ball kind of through the court. And so for me, that idea, rather than having the thought in my head, and I know that the target above the net for you is not about hitting the ball up and over the net and then hope it lands in the right spot. You're hitting through the net as well, but you're just using a different target to get the same.
I'm using is a closer target.
Closer target,
That's
right?
all.
So for me, what always made sense to me was to hit my backhand volley or forehand volley in that transition through the court, kind of through the net, because I already know that the bevel that I have is gonna create the shape I want.
Right.
But I don't want to have the thought in my head that I'm hitting the ball up and over the net and then down into the court.
Right. Yeah.
And I can always tell when a player kind of has that idea because the ball kind of hangs up, and there's a lot of opportunity when I see that. And I mean, personally, I love playing against that because there's just a lot of low-hanging fruit.
Yeah, I mean, for me, that feeling is the same sense that you have in terms of driving it. I sort of imagine a little paper plate above the top of the net.
Bang, you just knock it down like
And
an old shooting gallery.
Boom.
An old shooting gallery, right?
Yes.
Ducks on the pond, right?
Right.
Ding, ding.
And for me, it takes away the obstacle of the baseline over there.
Right.
So I feel even a little bit more swing freedom that I don't have to keep it inside the court.
Right.
All I'm doing is driving it right through that spot, that little paper target, that little paper plate above the top of the net. So So, guys, listen, you got to get out there and figure out what works best for you. But I think in the last 2 days, today and yesterday, the keys here are to not stand on top of the net and think that's where you're going to warm up your volley, number one.
Yeah.
And then number two is to practice, as Jeff said yesterday, stand on top of the service line for half a dozen or 8 volleys, whatever.
At least.
Move back a few feet. Try it from there. And then certainly you try it from right there in the middle of the box, whatever. And then start thinking target. Where do you want the ball to land over there? Which is shot choice, right?
Right.
And so, cool. Well, listen, guys, hope you got something out of today's episode because this is important. I think Jeff brought up this idea of routines yesterday, and I think these are a couple of great volley warm-up routines. By the way, next week, the week of the 7th.
7th, yeah.
We are lining up to do a backhand volley course, webinar.
Yeah.
And we will have more information out to you. It's going to be a great course, and it's going to really clean up your backhand volley so that you don't feel that it's just kind of a hope and look, but it's really kind of offensive. You can really do something with it.
We call that the hope and hack.
The hope and hack, or the hack and please hope it goes in. We want to give you actually some technique that is simple, clean, so you get the result you want, which is that nice knifing, skidding volley, super accurate. And you can do some other things with it in terms of, a little drop volley. Hello, Betty. Thank you very much. So anyway, that's coming out next week, guys, the week of October 7th. Be looking for that in your email. In the meantime, Jeff, couple more things before we send them off is free coaching call, free private coaching call with us. Three of us, we get in the phone, bring that one thing in your game you want to get figured out. We'll definitely put you in the path to get the result you want. Go over to
And they're fun.
Oh, they are fun.
They're just stinking fun. I mean, today, how many did we do today? 4 or 5 today?
We did 4. We did 4, yeah.
It's a blast.
I know, it is good. It is good. And the different problems that we get to solve are like, I never would have thought of that. But I can see you're absolutely right.
Right.
That is a problem out there.
That's a problem.
So anyway, so
totally,
guys.
Totally off script, but I got to say, a couple days ago, we did the one, the guy, he was, how old was he? 85.
84.
He said, can you take the video? He says, yeah, I'll have my fiance hold the phone. And he just threw that out there like no one was going to notice.
Right. 84 fiance. I said, dude, I want to come back as you. Anyway, so look, guys, to get on that free private coaching call with us, 10, 12, 15 minutes, whatever we need, goldballhunting.com is where you want to go. Over there, you'll find spots. Put in your first name, your email address, click the button, get access to our online calendar scheduler. You get to pick the date and time that works best for you. And then reminder of my All Lessons package, thank you discount of $200 off until tomorrow night, Thursday, October 3rd at 11 p.m. Pacific. There's a link that will take you over to pick it up. You're getting my brain, how I interpreted Mr. Stowe, and however I interpret it, it's I got to give the guy 100% full credit for everything I've ever done, whether it's a player or as a coach. He completely, the guy literally changed my life. You know that?
Yeah.
He completely changed it from this wannabe, God, I want to play with these guys, but how can I do it when my serve makes no sound? And how can I do it when my backhand slice is just a little butterfly that sits up and then just settles in? And my forehand, I know you know Bill Mays, his brother, his older brother George, used to call my forehand the flick. Because, whoop, and
that's the sound.
Yeah,
that's the sound. Whoop.
Another little no sounder. Anyway, so Mr. Stowe really changed.
There's just nothing threatening about that. Whoop.
That's right. So anyway, so what you're going to get with the All Lessons package now at that discount, 15 plus courses, you get a half-hour private with me. But Jeff's doesn't know it, but he's going to be on board with that one too. And all my future courses, anything I do personally, you get that for no charge. So guys, there's a link down below to pick up the All Lessons package at a major league discount. A way of saying thank you for all the support you guys have given me, not only the last few weeks when I was in Croatia during those 2 events, but over the last 20 years. Jeff, what do we want to find folks to do right now?
Like us, share us, please subscribe. Let us know what you think down below. Slow down, Jeff.
Okay.
iTunes and Stitcher, rate and review. And what the heck?
Yeah.
Take a moment, send the link, goldballhunting.com, to your best favorite tennis buddy. Do it right now.
Yes. Text it, email it. Oh, as you said earlier today, you can Pony Express it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Whatever it takes.
All right. Guys, get out there today. Help someone else have a spectacular day. Jeff, we're doing this again tomorrow, no matter where you are.
Can't wait.